Let the discerning man guard the mind, which is so difficult to detect and extremely subtle, seizing whatever it desires. A guarded mind brings happiness.
Protected mind leads to happiness. The story of a certain disgruntled monk. While residing at the Jetavana monastery, the Buddha spoke this verse with reference to a young, disgruntled monk who was the son of a banker. When the Buddha was staying at Savatthi, a banker's son spoke with an elderly monk who had visited his house for alms and said, "Venerable, I want to obtain release from suffering. Tell me a way that will liberate me from suffering." The monk replied, "Peace be with you, brother. If you desire release from suffering, give daily alms, give fortnightly food, give accommodation during the rainy season, and give bowls and robes and other essential items. Divide your possessions into 3 parts. Use one part to carry on your business. Use another to support your son and wife. And give the 3rd part as offerings to the Buddha Dharma." "Very well, Venerable," said the banker's son, and did everything in the order he had been instructed. Having done so, he went back to the monk and asked, "Venerable, is there anything else that I should do?" "Brother, take upon yourself the 3 refuges and the 5 precepts." The banker's son did so, and then asked whether there was anything else he should do. "Yes," replied the monk. "Take upon yourself the 10 precepts." "Very well, Venerable," said the banker's son, and took upon himself the 10 precepts. Because the banker's son successfully performed these works of merit, one after the other, he became known as Anupuba. Again he asked the monk, "Venerable, is there anything else that I should do?" The elder replied, "Yes, become a monk." So the banker's son immediately retired from the world and became a monk. Now, he had a teacher who was versed in the Abhidhamma and was also an experienced practitioner versed in the Vinaya. After he had made a full confession, whenever he approached his teacher, the teacher repeated questions found in the Abhidhamma. In the religion of the Buddha, it is permitted to do this. It is not permitted to do that. And whenever he approached his teacher, the teacher repeated questions found in the Vinaya. In the Buddha Dharma, it is permitted to do this. It is not permitted to do that. This is proper. This is improper. After some time, he thought to himself, "What a tiring chore this is. I became a monk to gain release from suffering, but here there's not even room for me to stretch my hands. But I know it's possible to obtain release from suffering, even if one lives as a layperson. I should become a layperson again." The Buddha said, "Monk, are you unhappy?" "Yes, Venerable. I became a monk in order to gain release from suffering, but here I can't even stretch my hands. It is possible for me to obtain release from suffering as a layperson." The Buddha said, "Monk, if you can guard one thing, it won't be necessary for you to guard the rest." "What is that, Venerable?" "Can you guard your thoughts?" "I can, Venerable." "Then guard your thoughts alone." This teaching of Buddha Shakyamuni highlights that all the Dharma practices are to tame one's mind. That is why, If we wish to follow the spiritual path, our beliefs, thoughts, and speech should not aggravate negative emotions of ourselves and others.